Okay, we're here tonight, home of the Shenendehowa Plainsmen. They invite Troy Flying Horses. This should be a very good game tonight, although Troy Flying Horses is down their main man, Dan Bowie. Let's see if Troy can pick up the slack with one of their players or two of their players in the absence of Bowie. They're going to need a lot from their bench tonight and from their starters to pick up that slack. I'll be back with the starting lineups shortly. This is Umoja 2 bringing this home to you. Number 23, Mike Paziza. Number 5, Chris Hubert. Number 12, Jai Benson. Number 35, Abbas Merchant. For Troy, their starters are number 2, Ryan Carmelo. Number 23, Elijah Davis. 32, Xavier Cheney. Number 20, Joe Casal. And number 11, Naziri Merritt. Shin would be in the home white jerseys, and Troy would be in the dark jerseys. Troy would be going to our right. Shin would be going to our left. Shin wins the tip ball. Shin attacks the basket right away. Jai Benson drives to the basket for 2 points for Shin. Troy speeds the ball up the floor. Try to catch Shin there sleeping after the basket was made. The ball is centered. Carmelo drives and dishes. There's a little scrum for the ball. Shin comes up with it. Benson with a rebound. Oh, a nice drive and finish by Chris Hobart. Xavier Cheney gets his shot blocked from behind. Jai Benson beats the pressure pretty easy. The 3 ball by Brandon Holmes knocks it down from long range. Carmelo drives, penetrates. He gets grabbed going to the basket. First team foul on Shin. There's 6:44 left in the first quarter. Shin is up 7-0. Ball's being inbounded by Troy. Long 3-point attempt by Troy. Basket's no good. Nice jab step. He penetrates, kicks it out. Abbas Merchant spots up, knocks it down. Timeout by Troy. Coach Torsten Fuller just entered. He'll be joining us in just 1 second. Timeout by Troy. Okay, Troy inbounds the ball. After the timeout, Coach Hurley's looking to get something real quick. They're down 10-0. With only 2 minutes elapsed from the clock so far. Ryan Carmelo drives, thought he got hit, lose the ball. Troy ends up, Shin ends up with it. Merchant penetrates and misses the layup. Ryan Carmelo pushed the ball down the floor. Throws up, a runner, doesn't go down. Shin pushes the ball again. Merchant thinks otherwise in that quick 3-point attempt. Okay, Coach Fuller has just joined in. Coach, you just got here. What do you see?
I see Shenendehowa has been running an efficient offense that far, and I got out to a 12-0 lead, Coach. I'm walking in the gym and it was 7-0, and I walked into a 3-pointer. It'd be interesting to see how Troy bounces back here.
Yeah, Troy working the ball around the perimeter now, around the arc. You can see the absence of Dan Bowie, Coach, is really causing Troy some problems there.
Yeah, they're a little bit offensively challenged without him.
The ball by Cheney is the side of the backboard. They're out of sync. Troy Shin spots up. Big fella rebounds the ball and puts it back in for 2. 6'7" big guy, coach.
Yeah, he's a big load down there, boy. He's a big boy down there. It's going to be hard for them to match up against him, but somebody's got to put a body on him to keep him off the boards, and that one was way too easy for him. That was a putback with nobody in the neighborhood.
The ball then swung around the arc once again, looking for something inside. Carmelo drives again, loses the ball again. No foul. Merchant penetrates the ball down the floor. Oh, nice cut and pass by Merchant. He misses the... Shen is outworking Troy, coach. 50-50 balls are going to Shen right now. They just wanted more. Score is 16, Shen 0 for Troy.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult task for Troy because they're not really that big inside. And you had Shen playing the 2-3 zone, packing it in with size. And right now, they're not hitting any outside shots to make them come out and stretch that zone. They're packing it in right now.
Long 3 ball. Elijah Davis there picks up that rebound, goes up, he finishes. Got their first bucket with 3:41 remaining in the first quarter. The score is 16 Plainsmen, Flying Horses 2. Coach, what I'm fascinated in this game to see is this young fella, sophomore guard named Abbas Merchant. His last game out against Albany High, he came out in his first game and dropped 23 points and led all scorers that game. That was his first game of the season, so I don't know why that is. I don't know if he got moved up from the JV squad or is he a student that's transferred in? I don't know, but I'm interested to see how this guy plays tonight.
You did indicate that he was a sophomore, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, he probably more than likely got moved up. This is our first time laying eyes on Shen this season, but he probably more than likely got moved up. And this is a time when you move a guy like that up, sometimes you don't know what you may get. You know, sometimes you don't expect much. Then some guys come in and they surprise you, and they give you meaningful minutes. For a guy to come in, and if he had been moved up, as we're speculating, he dropped 23 points. I mean, the coach got to be happy with that output. I mean, Coach Zag's got to be happy with that. You know what I mean? Looking forward to going into the sectional. This kid might can give him something. Let's see what he does here tonight.
Shen inbounds the ball. Merchant has the ball up top. He's rocking Kevin Durant's number 35. Let's see if he plays like him. Oh, they're feeding the big fella down low. That's a nice feed by Chris Hubert to the big fella for 2.
He's eating tonight. The big fella is eating. He got his plate out. He got his fork. He got his spoon. He's ready. He's eating tonight.
They got Brandon Holmes. Brandon Holmes comes into the game. He steps on the line. It's based on the inline drive there. He steps on the inline. Turnover, Troy.
You can't afford an apple like that in this situation. You can't afford an apple turnover like that, Coach. I mean, you're down right now by 16 points. You're close to being out of this game very soon and quickly. You can't afford a turnover like that in that situation.
Absolutely not. Big P is in the paint. Big P with a nice move. Oh, but he gets called for the charge. The veteran official, Vinny Carvelli, makes that call. No good, no bucket.
Yeah, that was a good call there. The big fella right there, Big P, as you call him, Coach.
Yes, Big P.
Big P, he initiated a lot of contact there. That was a good defensive stance right there to hold your ground and let him initiate the contact and take the charge.
Brandon Holmes has the ball. Brandon Holmes has to be that guy that picks up this slack, I believe.
I have to agree with you there, Coach. Right now, Troy's pressed to make shots. They're going to have to make shots from the outside. That zone is really packed in tight. You can tell that's what Zag want to do tonight.
Oh, long 3 ball.
Number 15,
Faison knocks it down. Oh, there's a foul there called. The coach of Troy wanted to travel. Fouls on Joe Casals. Troy Shen inbounds the ball. Merchant with the ball up top, being bothered by Ryan Carmelo. Got away with a little push off there. Big P with the jump hook. No, not good. That's a good battle by Brian Holmes. Down there battling John Benson for that rebound. The ball was knocked out by Shen.
I think if Merchant keep handling the ball, you got to continue to pressure on him. He don't seem to appear to have, a really strong handle with the ball. I would like to keep putting pressure on him.
Elijah Davis goes in expecting the foul. He gets nothing. Shen gets the ball, pushes up the floor. Merchant drives, penetrates, kicks out. All the way to the basket. Zekas goes all the way to the basket. That's the coach's son, Coach.
Yes,
getting buckets.
Yes, it is. With the left hand finish.
1:14 remaining. Shen is up 20. Up 20-5. Oh, the coach's son is letting it fly tonight, Coach. Knocks down a 3.
Yes, he is. 5 straight points coming in off the bench, giving him some meaningful minutes.
All he needs now, Coach, is a mid-range jumper. He scored from all 3 levels.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is difficult for Troy right here. He hit one earlier, so can he knock down another one? That's pretty deep.
The official called over the back on Elijah Davis. His first foul.
Flying Horses, number 23, Elijah Davis. Now entering for the Flying Horses, number 21, Avery Curley. Entering for Shenendehowa.
Avery Curley checks in for Shen. Ryan Carmelo playing pressure D on that inbound pass. Merchant sets up. Air ball. Nothing but oxygen. Rebound by Joe Casal. He pushes it. They have numbers for the moment. He got up in the air, had nowhere to go, came back down with it. That's a travel, Coach.
Yeah, I think Joe Casal is another player for Troy that I think that has to give them something tonight in order for them to even stick around at this point. If they have any chance of standing around in this game and making this competitive, he's another individual that has to give them something tonight.
Totally agree. Okay, Chris Hubert is doing the point guard duties right now. Looks to penetrate on Joe Casal. Nice spin move. Could not finish. That is the first quarter. The Plainsmen 23, the Flying Horses 5. Coach, it seemed like the Shen Plainsmen just jumped on Troy, and before they knew it, they were down big.
Yeah, absolutely. They came right out and jumped out, and I walked into the gym. It was a 10-0 league, and they began to stretch that lead to 16-2 at some point. So right now, they've been controlling the tempo of the game. They've getting everything they want. Big P inside has been patrolling the paint and getting some buckets down low and doing his thing. You guys, the coach's son coming off the bench, Zegerson, he drops 5 quick points. They're getting it from all over the place on the court right now. They're in the comfort zone right now, Coach.
Yes, they are. Now, what do you think? In a situation like this, Coach, you might have been in a situation like this before where you guys just weren't prepared to come out and play in a game early on anyway. What is the Troy coach saying to his team right now?
Well, I don't really know if it's from a preparation standpoint. I'm quite sure Coach Hurley probably came out and to prepare as best he can. When you're going down with one of your crucial players that's not on the floor, that facilitates and averages over about 20 points a game or so,
right.
You know what I mean? That's a lot to lose. So he probably came in prepared thinking that if we could try to keep it close and stick around and maybe make this a game towards the end of the game, that had to be the goal. Right now, he can't be happy with being dug this hole this deep.
Yeah, it's funny, Coach, because this is what Troy is losing. They're losing a 22.4 score, a night score. He's 77.9 from the free throw line, and he knocked down 30 three-pointers. That's 51. He's ranked 51 in three-pointers in the area. He's number 10 in scoring in the area. He's number 22 ranked in the area at the free throw line. That's what you're losing tonight.
Yeah, it's hard to compete when you're losing that much, Coach. That's a lot to ask for your team to overcome.
Unforced turnover by Troy. The Plainsmen will retain the possession and look to score. Joe Casal Joe Casal subs out, and Elijah Davis comes in.
Yeah, along with not being able to knock down too many shots, they're also committing a lot of turnovers. They have 4 turnovers here in the first quarter going into the second quarter right now, total 4 turnovers. They got to minimize those.
Coach, the backdoor cuts, Coach. Shin is basically running a clinic right now.
That's what it appears like. They're getting everything they want, Coach. It's not even hard.
Nice strong move there by Brandon Holmes, Coach. You got to get him going.
That's the guy that you said had to do something tonight.
Yes. 7:14 remaining. Plainsmen 25. Troy Fun Horseman 7. Rebound by Carmelo. Penetrates the ball. He goes to the basket, throws it up. No good. Rebound is, Big P with the rebound, Coach.
Yeah, I like the way Big P moves on the court. When you're playing the Shin team, your head got to stay on the swivel. These guys move the ball.
Absolutely. Nice pass by Big P, Coach. The coach's son couldn't knock it down that time, Coach.
He came up short that time.
Big 3. Brandon Holmes pulls up, misses it. Benson comes down with the carom. Pushes up to Chris Hobart. Big P has the ball. He skips it to the baseline corner. The coach's son knocks it down. DeSeekis knocks down the 3. Troy calls a timeout. That's a great skip pass, Coach, by the big fella, Big P. Come on. Can he see the floor or what, Coach?
Big P is doing it all tonight. Big P is doing inside, handling the ball, rebounding, touch passes, kicking it opposite. Big P is doing it all tonight. He's giving them a nice presence inside. You got to like what he's bringing to the table.
Okay, Coach. This is what we got here. We got Shin. We got Luke Hicks, number 10. I haven't seen much from him tonight, but he's averaging 20.6 a game. He's number 22 in the area, ranked number 22 in the area in scoring. He's shooting 75.8 from the free throw line. He's ranked 28th in the area. He's made 34 three-pointers. That's 26 in the area. You got Mike P, Big P. He's averaging 12.7 a game. He's ranked 119th in the area. He's a 47.9 free throw shooter, though, Coach. He's ranked 139th in the area. He's taking 0 threes. You got Chris Hubert. He's averaging 8.7 points. He's shooting 76.6 from the free throw line. He's made 19 three-pointers. And John Benson, the senior 6'1" guard, he's averaging 7.7, 85 from the free throw line, and he's knocked down 19 three-pointers. All right, Troy brings it up, ready to start action. There's 6:10 remaining in the second quarter. The Plainsmen up 28-7. Brandon Holmes goes to the basket, he attacks, gets no call. Shin rebounds the ball, pushes up the court, looking for early offense. Carmelo gets back on D. Good job. Way to sniff that play out. Holmes loses the ball.
Yeah, that's another unforced apple. And you can't have those again, Coach. They're down by 21 points right now, Coach. Every possession matters at this point. You can't have unforced turnovers like that. He had an opportunity to actually get to the basket and finish, and you turn it over. It's going to be hard to stick around in a game like that, committing turnovers at this frequency.
All right, Shin's working the ball around. Penetration. Nice move. Evan Mahal. Evan knocks it down the layup for Shin. All right, they look inside, kicks it out to Ryan Carmelo for the 3. They hit the posterior. Shin rebounds the ball. Shin's taking her time down.
He's got to knock that shot down there. That has to go down for him.
Yes.
They definitely need him to knock down that shot.
Hey, Carmelo made 14 three-pointers on the season. Oh, good steal. And he finishes with the harm. DeSeekis fouls him. Xavier Chaney finishes it. Good job, Xavier. Chaney's only a sophomore too, Coach.
Well, Troy right now, they're taking it from whoever they can get it from. You know, sophomore, junior, senior, they just need some offense. They need something to stop this bleeding that's going on with them with not being able to stop Shin. They got to stop the bleeding. And if somebody like him can come up and give him some minutes here and give him some buckets, it'd be very helpful going into the half.
The Plainsmen have 30, the Flying Horsemen have 9. They haven't broken double figures yet with 4:54 to play in the second quarter.
And let me just update you on the foul situation here. We got Shin with 3 team fouls and Flying Horses of Troy with 2 team fouls.
Chain's 75% free throw shooter. And he blows it. Stuck at 9, the Flying Horses. Scores 30, Plainsmen. 9, Flying Horsemen. Flying Horsemen. Oh, nice hesitation. Oh, beautiful move. The Seekers, nice move, coach.
That was a really nice move. He showed a lot of patience and got to
Carmelo
the basket
goes in, looks to drive.
score.
They call a foul outside. There will be no free throw attempts there.
That foul's on Plainsman number 4, Jake DeZekas.
They call that foul on Jake DeZekas.
Now entering for
That's his second, coach.
number 15.
DeZekas has two personal fouls.
And when you're up by this many points, you can afford to leave him on the floor. I mean, he's been hot. Thus far, he has 10 points. He's in double digits right now. I mean, looks like coach is probably going to sub him out, but he can really, at this pace, they playing zone, he can keep him on the floor if need be.
Elijah Davis gets his first bucket. Scores for Troy. The second bucket, I'm sorry. The Plainsmen have 32 and the Flying Horses 11 with 4 minutes to play. Jake DeZekas scores another bucket. Coach, I don't believe that Luke Hicks is playing tonight unless they change his number. I don't see number 10 even on the bench.
You know
Got a
what?
deflection. Carmelo.
I don't think he's playing tonight either, coach, because Merchant has been doing a lot of the ball handling tonight, and I would presume that if he was available, if Vincent was available, he would be the point guard handling the ball tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about it. I mean, Luke is averaging 20.6 a game, you know, and he made 34 three-pointers. Of course he'd be in there right now.
Absolutely.
So I don't see what's going on with that. Okay, this is what Troy has to work with, Coach. You got Ryan Carmelo, a senior, 5'11" guard. He's averaging 13.3 points a game, shooting 51.8 from the free throw line. He made 14 three-pointers. You got Elijah Davis, a senior, 6'4" forward. He's averaging 9.4 points a game, shooting 66.6 from the free throw line. He made 15 three-pointers. You got Xavier Chaney, a sophomore. He's averaging 8.1 points a game. He made 12 three-pointers in the season, and he's shooting 75% from the free throw line. And Joe Casal, he's a junior, shooting a 6'3" forward, averaging 7.4 points a game, shooting 44.9% from the free throw line, and he made 7 three-pointers.
Yeah, I know with Elijah, with that last basket that he made, they're going to need a little bit more inside presence for him to be able to stay around in this game at all also. So between Carmelo being able to hit some shots from the outside, Elijah trying to get some second chance opportunities in there, it's going to be interesting to see how they're able to go forward.
Carmelo pulls up at the free throw line. The rim is unkind. Shin rebounds the ball. Merchant puts it behind his back, goes to the basket, and draws the foul with the and-one on Carmelo.
That foul's on number 2, Ryan Carmelo.
See some flashes from this young fella, this sophomore, Coach.
Yeah, he's stepping up to the challenge. He said Hicks is out right now, so Merchant has been their primary ball handler. He's stepping up to the plate. Has a chance to complete a three-point play.
Yeah, I mean, Hicks played against Albany High, so I don't understand what this is about. Maybe he got hurt in the Albany High game on Tuesday. So
well, hopefully we can maybe get some more information and find out and be able to report on that.
yes. Elijah pulls up the free throw line. The rim is unkind once again. They got a lid on it tonight, Coach.
Yeah, definitely do. And they're right there. Some of them shots are point-blank range where you would hope that they could finish him at that point.
And look at Big P down low, coach. Reverse pivot, use the left hand. Oh, too strong on that one. Nice move, though. Footwork was very nice. The Flying Horses can't connect on a fast break attempt there.
Another apple there, coach. And right now, that was an unforced turnover. Like I previously mentioned, you can't have those and expect to stay around in the game.
There's 2:40 to play in the second quarter. The Plainsmen 36, the Flying Horses 11. You look down low, good double team on Big P. Joe Casale has the ball. He looks to go to the rim. He goes all the way, draws the foul, and one. That foul's on Chris Hobart. Chris Herbert subs out, brings in Ja Benson again. Jaya Benson, I'm sorry. Shen has 5 team fouls, and the Flying Horses have 3.
Yeah, like we said, Joe definitely has to give them some offense. And he completes the three-point play. It's important. Right now, they have a little bit of flow. I mean, it's still a 22-point game nonetheless. But right now, if I'm Shen, I'm trying to pull it within 15 if possible with this.
They forced him into a turnover. They forced a young guy into a turnover, coach. They trapped him up top, and then the next guy came over. Made him throw the ball too high.
Doing there because if they're primarily ball handlers out of the game right now, why not go with some full pressure? I wasn't really comfortable with the way that Merchant handles the ball. He doesn't appear to be a very strong ball handler. And if he is able to maintain the ball, he doesn't appear like a guard that can actually beat you off the dribble and make moves. You're able to keep a guy like that in front of you. So if I'm Troy, I would definitely look to put some pressure on these guys and make these guys handle the ball in a pressure situation.
Okay, you got Troy, you got the Plainsmen up 36 to Troy's 14.
Yeah, if I'm Troy, coach, the goal right now is to get this within 7 points. That's the goal. Try to get these guys, within 15 points. I'm sorry. Try to get these guys within 15 points before going into the half. You try to give your team an opportunity. You give them a little light a little, fire under them.
Yes,
give them a little hope.
yes.
You know what I mean? So you want to go in with about 15. Say, guys, we've been down by 20, but if we can get it within 15. But that's a tall order, coach. That's a real tall order.
Yes, it is. All right, the Flying Horses inbound the ball. Good tough gym to play it anyway.
Now, Shen goes into a 3-2. They were in a 2.
Oh, Elijah gets it in there. Oh, big piece. Swats it away. Merchant with the ball. Kicks it out. Comes up short there.
And exactly what just happened there, I was afraid was going to happen.
Extra possessions, coach. Hurts him. And the big man knocks down the 3. The lefty.
What happened there is I expected to happen. Elijah missed a shot. He thought he got fouled.
Long 3.
It was not a foul on that. He neglected to get back, and then the Big P got an offensive rebound and a putback. If he sprints down the floor, that doesn't happen.
That's right. Oh, backdoor cut. Big P with a nice pass, Coach. Merchant couldn't handle that.
He sure could.
Too wide open there.
Oh, come on. Don't mess the big fellas assist up like that.
No.
They don't come a dime a dozen for the big fella.
No, you got to give him his stats. Come on.
Come on, Merchant. You got to protect the merchandise.
That's right. Okay, Shen shows a little pressure themselves at half court. Joe Casale scrambles and gets it. Elijah Davis swings it. 3-pointer by the sophomore. Doesn't go down. Merchant looks to penetrate. Oh, he pushes up the court.
With a bucket here, they have the chance to extend the lead to 27 with a 3-pointer, 28 right now.
Jaya likes to cut, Coach, after he passes the ball a lot of times. I've seen him. It's like he has a high IQ out there, Coach. Mr. Benson. Merchant off the backboard, Coach. Knocks down a 3. Did he go on glass?
No, Coach, you got to call that, Coach.
Joe goes in wildly. Hits nothing. Merchant gets the ball.
If you ask him, he'll say he called it.
Oh, Coach, you do the razzle dazzle. Big P is there to help his homeboy out. He said, Merchant, I got your back on that one.
Merchant showed me a little wiggle there.
Yes, he did.
I said, yeah, he couldn't make moves off the dribble.
Yeah, yes, he did. Yes, he did.
As I said, cut the lead to 15. They have extended the lead to 30.
Okay, Elijah Davis gets it in the paint. Nice pass on the inline there from his teammate. And gets the bucket to go down with the foul.
That foul's on Plainsman number 2.
Elijah Davis is a 66.6% free throw shooter. You're going to need all these free throws.
Davis from Houston 1. Now entering for the Flying Horses, number 5, Brandon Holmes.
Danny Byer got called for that last foul for Shen. Shen has 16 fouls to the Flying Horses, 3 team fouls. With 20 seconds remaining before halftime. Elijah Davis completes the trip to the free throw line, the three-point play. Jaya Benson brings it up. Nice little tall, smooth point guard there, dribbling skills he has. Oh, Joe Casal with the quick hands. Passes up to Elijah Davis for 2. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, Kasikis throws up a half-court heave. Doesn't go down. The halftime score is the Plainsmen 44, the Flying Horses 19. Yet Shen leads by 25 going into the half. Okay, Umoja 2 TV is here. Halftime report. The top scorers in the first half were DeSinkis with 12 points coming off the bench, and Mike P, Big P, with 6 points for Shen. Elijah Davis leads Troy Flying Horses with 9 points. Coach, what do you think so far in the first half? I know it's not much to talk about from the Flying Horses standpoint, but what do you see so far?
Well, right now it's a mismatch, so to speak. Right now, Shenendehowa has really came out and defended their home floor. They came out and brought it to the Flying Horses right off the gate. They packed themselves into a 2-3 zone, and they basically dared Troy to hit the outside shot. Troy hasn't been able to hit the outside shot, and Shenendehowa has been running a very efficient offense, getting layups, getting backdoor cuts. Big P has been coming in, taking up space inside, and then you got the coach's son, Zeke, is coming off, having 12 first half points. I mean, that's a guy right now, Coach, I got to think that you got to be able to stop on the court.
Yes.
I mean, that's not a guy who should be coming out scoring 10 to 12 points on you in the first half like that.
But if you ask Coach Hurley about a scouting report, he probably didn't have him nowhere on the scouting report at all. You know what I mean? So
basically, just to close out him on a 3-point shot.
Yeah, I mean, but he probably don't know this guy even played on the team. That's all. You know what I mean? But
this kid is getting to the hole scoring left-hand layups.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, come on. I mean, all the prep work that I did for this, I didn't see much from him.
Yeah.
So this is definitely a total surprise. You know?
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
So it's good to see from him coming out here doing his thing. It gives him confidence for the rest of the year, I believe. You know, so it's a good thing. But let me talk about Shen for a moment.
Oh,
right,
one second. Let me interject for a second. In a game like this, it'd be very, very difficult for Troy to get back in the game simply because Shenendehowa runs so much of an efficient offense that they don't beat themselves. So it'd be difficult, really, for Troy to climb in this game. I'm sorry to interject. Go ahead, Coach. Where you was at?
Shen currently is ranked number 22 in New York State, Coach. The Suburban Council record is 11-1. Overall, they're 12-2. They're first place in the Gray Division, so they're handling things pretty well in Section 2 right now. Troy in the Suburban Council is 9-4. Their overall record is 10-6. They're trailing Schenectady by 2 games in the Blue Division. So those are the records of those 2 teams. Coach, I'm going to talk about a couple compare and contrast like we did last week at our last game. Shen beat Saratoga 70-59, which was a 12-point win. Okay, Shen won that game at home. Troy loses Saratoga in overtime, 67-74, 7-point defeat at Troy's home. Right, so Shen beat Bethlehem 67-59, 8-point win at home for Shen. Troy loses to Bethlehem 56-63, 7-point defeat at home. Shen beat Schenectady 67-59, 8-point win at home. It's like Shen get all the good games at home, the tough game. Troy loses to Schenectady 74-77, 3-point loss. Oh, I'm sorry, Troy, a 3-point loss for them. So, you know, what do you take from that real quick before I change gears?
Well, what I take from that is that what you basically see that it's a wide open year this year. You know what I mean? These teams are competing, and a lot of these games are going down in the wire, nip and tuck. It's no clear-cut team that you can actually say, hands down, can run away and hide with the section. It hasn't typically been like that anyhow. But however, this year it's been wide open. It's a lot of teams that you can buy out there for competition. You got the Colonies, the Saratogas out there. I mean, it's wide open this year.
It's funny you said that because both teams lost to Colony. Shin lost at home to Colony, 52-61, 9-point loss. Troy lost at home, 63-71, 8-point loss. Colony they can compete at home and on the road. So Colony is going to be a tough out, Coach.
Absolutely. I'm looking for Colony to be there at the end.
Shin turns the ball over or misses the shot there, and Troy has the ball. They get it inside. Elijah Davis goes up, throws up a wild shot, Coach. Hits the backboard, no rim. Ball gets tapped out of bounds by a flying horseman.
You definitely hope to come out the first half and have a better shot than that, especially when you're down by this many points. So you'd like to get a better look than Elijah took. There was a nice entry pass, and he got a good look.
Big P down there. Oh, good block from that weak side. Oh. Great job by Nazari Merritt. Good job.
That's good help side defense on the other end. He came out. Big P did a nice seal. He
yes,
came
he
over
did.
and gave a nice good help on that play.
Penetrate the left-hand drive there, Coach. Nice move by Chris Obert. Left-hand finish there. Troy gets the ball quickly. Joe Casal penetrates, kicks out to Carmelo. Carmelo penetrates, he kicks it. Nice swing. Elijah Davis for the 3-ball. Comes up short. Mercer gets the ball, spins, moves. Good. Way to stop that ball. Shin wants to talk about it. Timeout, Shin.
7:01 left in the third period.
Coach, Shin had their Suburban Council Conference winning streak snapped last week. Colony Garden Raiders came in here and took that winning streak. They had a 50-something game winning streak. I believe it was a 53-game winning streak here, which started in January 7th of 2014 and ended on January 27th, 2017. The Garden Raiders are surging right now at the right time.
Yeah, the Colony right now has been bringing it together. I wondered about Colony early in the season, but what you see from Colony is they're starting to actually click on all cylinders. Coach D'Agostino got those guys playing all on the same page, and now they have. There's no question about do they have the talent. The question is, can they all put it together and be able to perform? And thus far, they have, and they're doing it at the right time. Troy comes back out here in a man-to-man, Coach. But they letting Shin turn the corner so easy on them.
Yeah.
This guy's got to slide over in a help position and take a charge.
Big P has the ball. Hands it off to Obert. Deflection by Elijah Davis. Shot clock, 6 seconds.
Now they got to watch Big P here. They probably got to play draw it up where they try to get something down here where he pins down. You got to watch him here. He might be rolling back to the basket here.
Yes, he is, too. You're right, Coach. Yeah. He had him. The inbound wasn't patient. Motion wasn't patient. Yeah, he had it. Oh, Coach. Oh, lucky for that inbound. Shin even hustled on that last attempt, Coach. Had nothing but the Shin player got his hand on the ball. Yeah. There was no Troy player anywhere in the vicinity that time.
You got to put some body on somebody and make sure they don't get a second opportunity. You're lucky the shot clock was down what it was, or else that guy would have had another opportunity. This is the point if you're Coach Hurley. You're still coaching these guys.
Yes, sir.
You still want them to execute. That's what you're working on.
Okay, good move by Cheney, the sophomore. Nice left hand. They give it to Elijah Davis. That was Cheney that scored that. Chris Over penetrates. Good help by Joe Casal.
Now you got to box out here.
Merchant knocks down another three. I believe it's his fourth, maybe his third three-pointer.
Merchant says there's no need to box out. That's going down. That's all nylon, Coach.
Casal drives. The ball gets deflected out by Merchant.
Yeah. 5:47 left to go to the third period. With Shin 49 and the Flying Horses of Troy 21.
Next games are Shaker on February 7th. Their home game against Dispuna. Then they got an away game at Saratoga. I see maybe 2 games that can give them problems down the stretch here.
Yeah.
has Albany at Albany. They have a home game versus Schenectady, and they have to play at CBA. I see maybe one game that Troy might have issues with. Now they don't have Dan Bowie, and the other games might be interesting now.
Yeah, I agree. Shin probably more than likely, if they came out of that 3-0, we wouldn't be surprised.
Right.
You know what I mean? But minimally 2-1.
Yeah.
It could possibly happen. You know what I mean? With it being wide open as we previously spoken.
Right.
Troy gonna be interesting how they respond with Dan Bowie. I think he's out for quite some time now.
Yeah.
He's gonna be out for quite some time as well. So it'll be interesting who steps up.
Merchant shoots the baseline jumpers, doesn't go in. P fights for it. Joe Casal comes with it.
That's a smart play by Joe. A lot of times he puts his head down and just goes with the ball.
Yes.
That time he thought better of it and pulled it out. That was a heady play by
Carmelo's yet to get going tonight, Coach. I don't think he scored.
He hasn't gotten going at all, Coach.
Joe Casal, a nice little 6-footer jumper. Way to knock that down, Joe.
I like what Coach Hurley's here, making the ball handling the ball.
Yeah, making him work.
Put the pressure on him. Now somebody got to step up.
Oh, nice, no look. Oh, Big P, good finish with his left hand, Coach.
Yeah, he didn't finish that one on a beautiful pass.
Carmelo goes in, he drives, penetrates, throws up a wild shot, doesn't go down.
Yeah, he's out of sync right now, Coach.
You're missing his backcourt buddy, Coach.
Yeah, I can sympathize with that.
Yeah, that's how I feel when you're not here, Coach. I feel out of sorts a little bit, you know? I got to have you here.
I would ask for he not press it, though. He's pressing it a little bit too much. I hope you don't press it when I'm not here, Coach. There's no need to press it.
Yeah, nice take.
Nice move inside and 2.
Nice take by Evan Mahan. He calls a jump ball.
So, yeah, Troy pulls the ball out, swings it to the top. That's where Joe pulls up for 3, a deep 3, off the backboard. We hope to get more out of it than that. Shin pushes the ball up, turnover. Unforced turnover by Shin right there. I see Joe is forcing the action, trying to get something going here. You can't fault him for that being down. So you get a shot like that, you take it for what it's worth, and you move forward.
Yes, Shin's 51, Flying Horse is 23. With 3:35 to play in the third quarter. Shin looks to push it up. Oh, nice pass. Merchant couldn't finish. The reverse. Carmelo pushes the ball off the floor. Benson touches the ball, goes out of bounds. Troy will retain possession. They get Joe Casella a break. Bring in Brandon Holmes.
So, well, let's see. Zekas is back in the game, Coach. Let's see how they keep an eye on him, and does he get loose the second half?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see how they retain him here.
I'm pretty sure the scout report in the halftime was a little different than the beginning of the game. Merritt shoots a 3 ball, doesn't go in.
Coach, it's a very exciting year for high school basketball, Coach.
Merchant gets subbed out. Yes, Coach, what are you saying?
It's a very exciting year for high school basketball. I really don't know when the last time it's been this wide open when it's anybody's game.
Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting to see when sectional starts down the stretch, because you can have a matchup, especially after the first round, night in, night out.
Yeah.
It's going to be impactful. It should be a lot of fun this season.
Yes, indeed.
I expect that it should generate a lot of interest from the Capital Region this year.
There he is again, Coach. The sequence is going to work. The finger roll there looks so pretty.
Yes, it did.
Holmes drives in, gets contact, no call. Shin gets the rebound. Coach, who are your top 5 in the area right now? If you had to, were forced to give a top 5, who would it be? Oh, Big P goes in. He went a little too hard, knocked over the Troy defender, and the official saw otherwise and said it was a charge. Troy will get the ball out of bounds.
Well, my top 5 areas in the team, and since we're speaking of areas, I have to go with Bethlehem at number 5, Coach. You know, I just like what they do there. And night in, night out, it's not, you got to bring your lunch pail and your hard hat when you play those guys, because they're going to give you a battle. So right off the rip, I like those guys, Coach. My fourth team in the area, 4th place team, I would say is Saratoga.
Oh, he blows the layup.
And the reason why
Chris Hobart from Shin.
Reason why I like Saratoga, Coach, I just think that with that kid, Adam Anderson, the Matrix, I think he just makes them viable every night in, night out. And they have a nice helping cast, too, as well, that he rolls with. So night in, night out, man, to me personally, pound for pound, Adam Anderson is the best player in the section to me, pound for pound. You know what I mean, Coach? So I like what he brings to the table, Coach. He puts the pressure on you.
He definitely does. He's just enjoyable to watch.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, back to live action. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties there. Troy shoots the ball on the baseline. The rim is unkind. There's 1:13 remaining in the third quarter. The score is Plainsmen 53, the Flying Horses 23.
Yeah, I am going to get at you, Coach, about your top five, too, Coach. I do have some questions about your top five here.
Yeah, bring it. I'm ready.
Coach, you got Colony, you got Bethlehem as your number 2 team right now in the area, Coach. You got them ahead of some really good teams there. What's your take? Why you got Bethlehem so high, Coach?
I just like their grittiness. I like their ability to go hard. I like their selflessness on the court. They fight for each other. I haven't seen a team like that fight for each other with such passion in the area, you know. And the game we went to see, everything wasn't falling for them. It wasn't an easy game. They came in and really fought for that win, you know. So, and that's when Shaker was really doing their thing at the time too. So, I got an affinity for Bethlehem at the moment. Until I'm proven wrong, then I'm gonna rock out with them.
It's funny that you should say that because I had an opportunity to spend a little bit of time with Coach Hurley, and we spoke about some of the teams and what was his take, and he told me that Bethlehem is probably one of the toughest teams in the section to play against on any given night.
Wow. A lot of respect to that team around the area. Oh, the Seekers goes in and scores again.
He has a nice soft touch around the basket.
Oh, you can tell he's a coach's son, man. Carmelo looks to drive, penetrates. I thought he got grabbed there, but the refs didn't see it the way I saw it. Chris Herbert goes in. Got pushed in the back by Benson.
Carmelo just looked to be out of sorts right there. It's like he was
it's not his night.
And got in the lane and got stuck.
Yep.
Tonight is definitely not one of his
better nights.
Better performances, yes. And I mean, granted, don't get me wrong, I can understand you coming out, your leader is down.
He came off an injury too himself, Coach. He might be his second game back after his injury.
And he's limping right now, so I hope he's okay.
Okay, the time runs out in the third quarter. The Plainsmen 57, the Flying Horses 23.
Tonight's 50-50. For $83, if you're holding ticket number 55.
Coach, without Dan Booley,
You are a winner.
Troy took it to Shaker in overtime, Coach. Winning without Dan Bowie. They won 88-83 in overtime at Troy. A 5-point victory, Coach.
Very close game there. You probably would have expected to definitely give the edge to Shaker, given the fact that Dan Bowie is out.
Right.
You know what I mean? However, I mean, like we talked about earlier, we talked about before in a previous broadcast how styles makes fights.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So in a situation like that, Shaker and Troy, and the way they match up, could be quite different. Shaker is a young team on the rise. Shenendehowa is a proven team. It's a stable, you know what I mean? That's accustomed to this type of environment.
Yes.
Shaker's just getting used to on the come up. So it was one of those things where in a given night, you know what I mean, they can be had.
Yeah.
And I think that was the night they were had. I mean, I'm quite sure if Coach can have that game back, he probably would want that back.
Yes.
What he definitely want to walk away from when the other team is losing their lead score.
Yes. Okay, Coach, out of area competition. So you got Shin. They only had one game out of the area this year, and it was a loss to West Genesee. They lost 58-77, a 19-point defeat. Okay, Troy out of the area competition. Troy beat Cochran 58-40, 18-point victory. But they turned around and lost to Kingston 72-75, a 3-point loss. Then they lost to Henninger, 60-72, a 12-point loss. Both of those losses, Kingston and Henninger, were at home, or in Troy's home court. What do you think about that? The out of area competition. I mean, Green Tech went out of area. They got one. Green Tech has one of the tougher out of the area schedules. And then Shaker actually went out of the area as well and went up there in Rochester or Central New York and took home that more than a game tournament up there. So the area is doing very well out of the area, but you know, with Shin losing to West Geneseo and then Troy only losing 2 out of the 3, you know, doesn't bode well for a section. But what do you think?
Well, I mean, I think the section is representing it quite well. I mean, you got a situation where you got 2014, Green Tech walks away with a state championship. The next year, 2015, Green Tech walks away, if I'm remembering correctly, with a state championship that next year, right?
Yeah.
So they're representing well. I mean, the section usually, you might have some ebbs and flows here and there, maybe 500 or loss of area, but the section is represented very well, and you got to get those out of conference, out of area games to sharpen you for the section and make you battle tested. And sometimes they schedule some really good teams out of this section, but I think overall, I think they fare quite well, I must say.
Right. Penetrate drives, merit. The foul's called outside, so the ball was taken out of bounds. Teams are knotted up at 5 with 5 team fouls apiece.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Hurley had to know coming in here tonight we're going to be a tall order for his team. Right now, I mean, as a coach, you still want to teach all the fundamentals and little elements of the game. You know, you're not looking at this game, you're looking past this game already. You're looking towards the future or whatever. What can you learn for it? You got to regroup. You got to see what guys can give you now that Dan Bowie's
unavailable.
Unavailable. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's certain things that as a coach right now you're looking at and you're making judgments because you're going to have to piece together something that's going to try to give you a viable opportunity to compete while your main man is down right now.
That's right. That is so right. Like I said earlier, you know, you got Albany and CBA on your schedule. Those are games that that you could definitely win, you know, for Troy. Schenectady might be a tall order right now, but if they get their things together like they did against Shaker, they could probably win all 3 games. They could go 3-0, or they could go 0-3. It's one of them things, you know, how they come out and, you know, and how bad they really want it.
Speaking of which, when you miss Schenectady, I also see Schenectady's in a top 5 team, a team that you have in your top 5 as well.
Yes.
I'm interested to know what's your take there. You have Schenectady in your top 5. They have suffered some losses down the stretch here, Coach.
Yeah, there's a timeout by Shenendehowa coach, the Sinkers. With 6:58 remaining in the 4th quarter, Plainsmen up 57-24. Well, Schenectady is a team that has a lot of athletic bodies. They got some height that is very formidable. They play a rock solid 3-2. I just think sometimes they can play man. I think if the coach switch up his defense a little bit more, not too. I mean, you're a 3-2 guy, but I think if you switch it up a little more, where your athletes can get out there and pressure guys, I think Schenectady can really do some damage, you know. But Tyrone Jenkins is just too much, you know what I mean? He's just 6'7", can shoot the 3 ball. He can drive to the basket. He'll bang it on you. He's long in that 2-3. Get a lot of deflections. You know, he's a guy that's right now that really wants it. He's a senior stepping up. You got John Riles there, who's been leading the team early this season. It seems like Tyrone Jenkins stepped up and took over that role. But they're both battling at the same time, so that team's going to be hard to stop. I believe right now both of those 2 guys are averaging 17 points a game. Not too many teams in the area can say they got 2 guys averaging 17 points a game. And then you got Deshaun there, Westbrook, who can knock down the 3. He's been struggling a little bit of late, and that's why I believe Schenectady have come up short in a lot of those victories. I mean, a lot of them losses that they had suffered. You know, they're looking for that third guy to step up and emerge. You know, they got a guard there too, in Cameron Coles. You know, he goes hard, but if he can finish the little chippies around the basket and just be more polished as a guard, Schenectady can be formidable. There's Big P with the finish down there, Coach. But I think Schenectady can be a team that, if they just get that get their things together before sectionals, coach, they can be very dangerous.
Schenectady would be right there. I have to agree with you there. Schenectady has players that can get it done offensively flat out.
Yeah.
Anytime you have that combination of players that can get it done flat out, when you speak about Royale, and you speak about Jenkins, and you speak about Westbrook as well, with Cameron Coles coming off giving you some tough, and you had the big fella, oh my God.
Nesbitt, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That kid. So, absolutely, I think at any given night, Schenectady, they're dangerous. It's not a same thing where they're dangerous. No, they can compete and actually win this thing. I have to agree with you there, Coach.
Oh, yes.
I don't know if I put them in my top 5. You say we're in my top 5, but I have to agree.
You made a mistake. You made a mistake to have them in your top 5.
I think I'm dead on with my top 5. I think I'm really dead on with my top 5. I can see why you're making a case why they would be in your top 5. It doesn't sway me anyway to put them in my top 5, but I can see where you're going with that as well. I can't fault you, is what I would say.
Okay, Troy loses the ball again. Shin gets the ball. Got the subs in right now, coach. Oh, he pushes it.
Big P on the floor.
Yeah. Oh, coach! Hey, this backboard, coach, for a baseline jumper. That's not supposed to go down.
That was supposed not to go down.
DeSinkis knocks down another one.
When it's your night.
It's your night.
There you go.
Might be his birthday, coach. We don't know about.
It's your birthday. Go ahead and knock down threes like it's your
birthday. Yes, sir. Yeah, the Shin is about to clear his bench.
Yeah, it's definitely beyond garbage time right now. You're looking at a 30-point lead right now with 5 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in the fourth period. So this has been over. This has been over since the second period, to be honest with you.
Tell you the truth, yes. So it's 64 Plainsmen, 24 Flying Horses with 5:07 remaining.
So I think that. What do you feel about Shen and their placement in going in as defending section champions and having to come back and compete this year? What position do you think they're in?
I think they're in a great position, man. I mean, it's unfortunate we had to see Shen tonight with with a Troy, a team that's not really healthy. So we really can't see. We didn't see much. We got a push off by DeSinkis there. Turn the ball over to Troy, but. I just think that, and we didn't see Luke here tonight either, or Luke Hicks here tonight either. So, we haven't seen Troy. Shenendehowa and full throttle yet, and we haven't seen them play against a team that's at full throttle. So it's hard to make an assessment, but they've been winning all their games up until that Conley game all season long, Coach. So until somebody takes them down. And the sectionals, I gotta give them that due respect there, as a team to be reckoned with.
Now I have to be fair in my assessment because this is my first time seeing them here, and unfortunately, not having the benefit of seeing one of the better players in the area, and Luke Hicks, doesn't give me the totality to see how this team fully operates.
Right.
However, just looking from the onset, if I can have a disclaimer and just be able to just make my assertion from here. Based on what I'm seeing tonight and based on what I've seen from other teams and other programs, although now this might be shocking to you, Coach, although they're in my number 1 slot, they're not my pick.
Okay. Coach, Reese Brown right there, he's a sophomore, number 25 for Shen. Shot that jump shot, so he's another sophomore. This Shen team is just reloading every year, Coach.
I remember that kid. I remember when I officiating CYO games and seeing that kid. Now I see
nice backdoor pass. Wow, Coach. Wait, I'm sorry, Coach.
No,
you saw him in CYO?
Yeah. I saw him in CYO, and I remember saying to myself, this kid's going to be long. And it's ironic and funny to see him here tonight.
Wow.
But
what were you saying about, you got the disclaimer, so I got you. So, so you're okay with my top 5 other than those 2 you try to single me out on?
Yeah, I'm okay with your top 5. What I was saying was that Shen, although they're my number 1 team, in the area, they're not my pick to win it. You know what I mean? Right now, if you had to go on a limb right now, they wouldn't be my pick to win it.
Right. Coach, number 25 and 32 are sophomores.
Wow, their future looking very long.
Yeah.
Bright.
Yes, sir.
Those guys are long.
One is 6'4", and the other is 6'3".
Coach, I just seen other teams out there that I know definitely on any given night can give Shin definitely a run for their money.
Yeah.
You talk about that Schenectady team, Coach.
Right.
That Schenectady team matches up well with their athletic ability and their height and their inside. They can match up nice with a lot of the teams in the area.
Yeah, Schenectady had them on the ropes, Coach, early in the year. You know, they were up. Shin was up big, and then the coach there, Loudest, changed up to man-to-man and got back into the game. So he recognized something that worked that night, that other than that 3-2, you know, and the fortunes changed for that team. So, you know, I can see Schenectady coming in here, facing up against Shin in the sectionals, and coming out with a victory. I mean, the guys, I think, believe they can win those type of games.
See, Coach, I always had concern with Jim Boeheim when he at Syracuse, when he used to just stick to the 2-3 no matter what, all out.
Right.
I think the game is too situational sometimes to be just sticking with one thing. And maybe Coach Loudest maybe have learned and gained something from that and understanding you got athletes. You got guys that can get after the ball. They can guard and match up with anybody in the area. You may not want to let those guys sit back in the 3-2. You want those guys to be up and aggressive and out there doing their thing, Coach.
That's right. Yeah, Merritt knocks down a bucket for Troy. Yeah, you're exactly right, Coach. The score is 65 Plainsmen, 28 Troy with 3 minutes remaining. You're exactly right, Coach. Oh, the pump fake by TJ Sangare. TJ Sangare.
Knocks it down.
Remember that name, Coach? I got a ring to it. TJ Sangare.
You're going to hear that name a lot here.
Yes, he is with the ball again. See what he does. Look to penetrate. Oh, illegal screen. Vinny Carnavelli, the official there, was right on it.
Theoretically, just for correctional purposes, there's no such thing as a legal screen.
Okay.
It's just a block and foul, simple as that.
Okay.
All right. I remember there's a moving screen. There's no such thing as a moving screen either. There's no such thing as a moving screen. It's a block and foul, and that's what it's called. I actually, when the offender is setting the screen, he actually has the ability to move.
Long as he goes to the basket.
He can move. Once he gets set, he has to stay still when the defender's coming off at that point.
Okay. Nice pull up.
Alonzo Alexander for 2.
By Alonzo Alexander. He's a junior, Coach. He'll be back next year. Oh, nice post feed. TJ Sangare, Coach, gave a nice post feed
2 minutes
to Jason Canterbury.
Wow. Nice
For
feed
2 points.
inside.
Oh, Joe Casal scores. Plainsman 69, Troy Fine Horses 32. Sangare gets the ball back. He almost lost it. Oh, it gets grabbed. Intentional foul there. Called on Danny Byer. He grabbed him in the open court.
So, what typically happens in that situation,
He would get 2 shots in the ball, right?
well, if it's an intentional foul, they got to clear the line. Okay,
Right.
clearing the line now. So, an intentional foul, you get 2 shots in the ball. The difference between, there's a lot of difference between technical and intentional. But in terms of ball placement, when there's a technical foul, the ball is taken out opposite side of the table, half court. When there's an intentional foul, the ball is taken out at the spot of the foul.
Oh, okay. Timeout by Troy. With 1:30 remaining in the game, Coach. The Plainsmen up 69 to 33. The Fine Horses just couldn't buy a basket tonight, Coach. Early on, a couple unforced turnovers too. You don't want to get down early to Shin because they won't. I don't see them really relinquishing a lead of any kind once they get up. So. How you start a game against the Plainsmen is going to be very important. How you finish the game against the Plainsmen.
That's a very good point, Coach. Teams like that are well coached, and when you get with a well coached team, it's discipline. You get a well disciplined team, a team that usually don't beat themselves, make minimum mistakes in the game, and basketball is a game of mistakes. But the key is to minimize the mistakes. That's the whole key. And Shen is known for minimizing mistakes. And anytime you have a team that doesn't beat themselves, it's difficult when you fall behind because then you have to climb back. And climbing back against a team that doesn't beat themselves is a tall order. And that's one of the reasons why I like Shen, and that's the reason why they're my top team in the area right now. Because they're one of those teams that remind you of CBA and where they won't relinquish the lead once they get a hold of it.
Now, you said earlier that Shen is your number one team, but they're not your pick to win it. Who's your pick to win it, Coach? Putting you in the hot seat right now.
Coach, you want to ask me this earlier on? We haven't even gotten to the sectionals yet. And you're going to put my feet to the fire?
Right now.
Coach, give me a break.
We can change it later on, but, right now, today.
Oh, so you want me to go on the list? So I can change it. I'm not.
Yes, you're not right. Yeah, you're not. TJ Shingari, the nice move there, Coach. The sophomores put in work. But yeah, tell me who your you said Shen is your top team, but not your favorite. Let's talk about it.
My favorite, I have to go with Colony. And not solely on the basis because they came out with a victory against the Shen.
Right.
When I see them play that Shaker team,
and
I see what Isaiah Mole come to play, because that was my question early on in the season was how was this kid going to respond throughout the year? Well, he's going to be a leader, put him on the back, step up to the plate, use his size, what was going to do? And against that Shaker team that has a lot of size, Shaker has more size than Shen. He enforced his will in that game. All right, and anytime you have a big and then you have a point guard like Will Abar who can control the tempo, and he's lightning quick, so there's no trapping that team. And then you go with Waterman, who's a big presence inside.
And he can knock down the three, Waterman.
Well, Waterman gave me something I didn't know. I knew that he could knock down the three. That was a given.
Yes.
Going inside would be my question.
Right.
Last game he started to go inside, Coach.
Yes. Evan Warner knocks down the three for Shen. Yes, you're exactly right, Coach.
Inside, Coach, and with those guys, and then their supporting cast is strong as well, too. And with the coaching acronym of Ken D'Agostino, Coach, that's why I have to say they were my pick today, Coach. Today, Coach, you got that right.
Yes, today.
You the fact that you will submit me to that, submit me to that, seal me to that, and everything else.
Yes. Okay, the game is officially over. Shen wins in a blowout. Shen Plainsmen 74, Detroit Fine Horsemen 36.
Yeah, basically Shen came in here tonight and did what they needed to do and did what they were supposed to do.
Yes, Coach.
Yes. When you going against an undermanned team like that, and you're losing one of your big pieces in your arsenal.
In your arsenal.
You're one of the pieces in your arsenal. Yeah, you supposed to go ahead and take care of business like they did.
Yes. We turn around. Okay, the post game Umoja 2 TV. We saw a game here that really wasn't a contest at all. Shen came in here, went to work early, and finished it early. It was nothing really to talk about. It was a 18-2 lead early in the game, and never looked back at all. They were never threatened tonight. Coach, what does Shen need to improve on in this blowout victory tonight?
This is a hard game to really improve on anything about. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Shen is a team that executes quite well already. They run their offense very efficient. They do all the little things. They're fundamentally sound. This is not a game that you really can learn a lot from or grow much of. It's one of those games that you go in and you just say, guys, I'm glad we took care of our business. We did what we were supposed to do. Let's move on to the next matchup as we prepare for our run in the sectionals. So I don't think it's really a lot that they can gain from this victory tonight. It's one of those victories that you want to have, though, nonetheless.
Now, how does Troy respond after this defeat? That was a demoralizing defeat, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
You do have some reserve because your top player wasn't available. Right. But it does bring concern. You got 3 more games left in the season. He's not available. You have to do something to fix that. So what does Troy do now? What do they go back and try to repair or fix or improve upon?
Well, here's the deal with this situation right here. This is the stuff that you don't welcome as a coach, but when it happens as a coach, you do welcome it at that point, because then this is where you have to dig in your coaching acronym, and you got to put together the pieces, get some crazy glue, get some all kind of mechanisms to try to work and piece something together.
Right.
And as a coach, you up for that challenge. That's a challenge you want. You don't prepare for injuries. They just happen. And once they happen, though, as a coach, you say, how can I pull this together? How can I be viable? How can I still get my team ready to compete? What are some positives that I can take away from tonight's matchup? And then you move forward. So as a coach, you embrace it. It is what it is, and you embrace it. So as Hurley, as Troy, they got to go forward here and see. Right now, he had an opportunity to see who was hot tonight, who gave him a little bit, who gave him that, who he can rely on. He may have to shuffle the lineup a little bit here and there. These are the things that he's figuring out as he's moving forward.
Well, I believe, Coach, our Umoja 2 TV stars of the game tonight will have to be Big P, Mike P for Shen in the post. I would say Merchant, he played well today. And the coach's son, knocked it down, played well tonight. The Zekas, he did really well tonight. For Troy, Elijah Davis was only really the bright spot, especially early on for Troy. And I can't say too much more about their performance. But Coach, what are your bright moments from the game?
I have to agree with you. I echo that sentiment that you said. I mean, Zekas came in off the bench. He had a quick 10 points right off the rip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was part of distancing this game and putting it out of reach as well.
Right.
Big P was earlier on, and then intermittently you had Zekas and Merchant was doing his thing, here and there. Mm-hmm. So I have to echo your sentiment that you said. Elijah came. He tried to give him some presence inside. He tried to give him a little something. It was a lot, too little. It was just too short. He came up very short. Joe Casal tried to do a little bit something tonight.
Yeah.
They were just undermatched. It was overmatched. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like you said earlier, there's nothing you really can take away from it.
Yeah.
Even from the loss, you get taken away from it, and from the win, you get nothing away from it. We're going to sign off here. Umoja 2 TV. Umoja 2 TV. We're here with Coach Zekas of Shenendehowa Plainsmen. Coach, a very good win. Handle expectations tonight with this win. I see you guys being a very strong team coming down the stretch. But I got one burning question. What happened to Hicks tonight? Was he not here? Was he in uniform, a different number? What was going on?
Yeah, we just had he wasn't feeling well, so we had to go without him tonight.
Okay. So it was just sick.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Coach, what was you looking at? The number one player was out tonight. What was you looking to establish tonight in this game?
Just to play as a team, get the best shot, move the ball, make them play defense for an extended period of time. And then defensively, we just wanted to make them shoot outside jumpers with a hand up.
That's what I saw. I packed it in a 2-3 zone. That was the plan tonight, to come in and see can they knock down the outside shot?
Yeah, we wanted to, Carmelo's very good at getting into the lane, gets guys in foul trouble. We didn't want to see him get that deep into the lane. So.
What are you looking forward to going to the latter part of the season into sectionals, and what are you trying to convey to your team as you defend the section coming back this year?
We just want to get better every quarter, every half, every game. That's what it's all about, good chemistry, not caring about who scores the points, getting good shots. We got a number of guys who can put the ball through the basket. Tonight, Jake ended up with 19 points, but at any given night, Chris Holbrook could end up with 19, 20. Big Piz could end up with 19, 20. So we got a lot of guys who have a big night on different nights.
So finally, what did you say to you guys after this game in the locker room?
I said great job, great win. Take tomorrow off, and Sunday let's get better.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
No problem. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
Yes.
Okay, we're here with Big Mike Pezzichetti. We called you Big P because the last name was a little hard to pronounce. So Big P is your name tonight on the broadcast. You came in tonight. You established your size early in the game. Used a nice jump hook a couple times. You intimidated the players going to the basket tonight. What's your mindset coming into tonight's game?
Just play hard and make sure every time down the floor I'm giving 100% and making people around me better. And definitely if I establish being big inside in the beginning, it opens up everything else for everybody else.
Yeah, and I saw you drop a couple dimes in there too. Yeah. You seen over the top of the defense helps with your height, but where'd that passing type of skill, that touch come from?
I don't know. I've always had that. I've always been a good passer, and they just find open spots and they can hit shots, and I like passing to them.
Oh, great. You a guy I love to play with, I think.
Yeah, we called you Big P because you played like Big P. just for the record. It wasn't just about the last name. But question for you is that did you look to enforce your dominance tonight as being one of the bigger players out there?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely look for that every game. I'm definitely one of the bigger players in the section, and if I establish that, it makes our whole team better, and it makes everybody's else's job easier. So I try to do that every night.
How many of those chippers would you like to have back?
A lot of them. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So going into the latter part of the season, what are you looking for during the section? What are you guys looking to defend your section title? What do you think you guys need to do moving forward?
We just got to come to practice every day, work hard, stick to the game plan, and play as a team, and then we'll come out successful.
Thanks. Good luck the rest of the way.
We're here with a Boss Merchant, the Plainsman. He's a sophomore this year for Shen. Played a very, very good game. I haven't noticed you in the box score until against Albany High. This your second game on varsity?
Yeah, it's my third game. I was injured for the first 6 to 8 weeks of the season, so I'm just getting back into the swing of things.
Okay. Now, did you hurt yourself in the preseason, or did you hurt yourself during the game?
I hurt myself it was like an injury that kept prolonging. It was during the season in the beginning before our first game.
You look real solid out there. You're a floor general. I saw a little bit of wiggle from you. You're young, so you're gonna get better and work on some more things. What do you think you need to improve on? I mean, you missed a lot of games, so you missed a lot of game action. So what are some things you want to improve on late in the season so you guys make a big run in the section that Shen is so used to doing?
Definitely leading my team and helping guys out, making guys better, finding the open man, and just helping us mesh together as a team and help us make a run late in the season.
So leadership, yes.
With your point guard being out tonight and it's being put on your shoulders, what was your mindset coming into the game?
My mindset was just to do what I can to fill a spot, help our teammates out, lead our team, find our shooters, kind of create for others, get defenders on me, and just help our team win.
How did you alleviate their pressure? At some point in the game, they seemed to want to go 94 feet and try to rattle you a little bit. How did you kind of deal with their pressure?
We just slowed it down. We didn't let them speed our pace up. We played our game. We kind of ran our show, and we did our thing, slowly brought the ball up. We weren't fazed too much by the press and kind of just stick to our structure.
So what do you think you guys need to improve on, or what do you think you guys are looking to do moving forward as you embark on the sections?
Definitely a team effort. Everyone needs to get involved. We all need to step up and try to make a run. Everyone's got to play their role, work on defense, offense, everything, just so we can become the best team we can be.
Finally, after tonight's victory, what was the coach's message in the locker room to you guys?
He was really happy with the way we played. He was proud of us. He wants us to keep it up, keep working hard in practice, and just prepare ourselves for the playoffs. And yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, tonight we were not able to get Coach Hurley like we would like to have. Due to time constraints, we weren't able to get him to no fault of his own. During our time of getting interviews with the other coaches, we were unable to get Coach Hurley tonight. But I spoke to Coach Hurley personally, and he told me by all means he would be interested in definitely giving us an interview. So we look forward down the line and getting an interview with Coach Hurley. We got a lot of basketball to go, and we got a lot of get ready for the sectionals as well. So with that said, Umoja 2 signing off.